Hollywood sure isn't an industry for the meek. An actor's career can be made or crushed by one wrong decision, and often it's a decision that's totally out of their hands. But we all love seeing a talented actor rise through the ranks and deliver their best, most career-defining work to date, as these 10 actors just might with their upcoming projects. And so with that in mind then, I'm Ellie with What Culture, and here are 10 actors whose next movie might be their best. Number 10. Dwayne Johnson in Black Adam. As charismatic and badass as The Rock might be, it's fair to say that he doesn't exactly have a pile of critically revered smash hit movies to his name. His career to date is largely defined by commercially successful, low-investment blockbusters that received mixed reviews from critics. But Dwayne Johnson just might change that with Black Adam, where he'll portray the iconic DC anti-hero in a film that will allegedly shift the very power hierarchy of the DC extended universe. Johnson is basically a real-life action figure, and so casting him as the arch-nemesis of the Justice League makes a whole lot of sense. After all, if Black Adam is going to be a palpable threat to the likes of Superman and Shazam in future movies, only an actor of Johnson's stature will truly suffice. With rock-solid director Juan Colette Serra helming, Black Adam could deliver a career-redefining hit for Johnson that's positively received by both critics and audiences alike. Number 9. Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Though plot specifics are currently at a minimum, Swiss Army Man directors Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert's new film looks absolutely wild, and more to the point, may provide a better-than-ever showcase for Yeoh's skills both as a dramatic actress and martial artist. Yeoh plays Evelyn Wang, an exhausted middle-aged woman who somehow gets pulled into a cosmic battle to save the Earth, sending her on a journey through the multiverse where she inhabits the bodies of many different selves. It's clear from the utterly insane trailer that Yeoh's having an absolute blast here, playing seemingly dozens of variations of Evelyn in a multitude of wacky scenarios, many of which give her the opportunity to kick some major stylish ass. It's probably not going to get Oscar nominations like Crouching Tiger, but if it delivers on its promise of giving Yeoh her most potent star vehicle to date, this could be her finest work yet regardless. Number 8. Alexander Skarsgard in The Northmen. Alexander Skarsgard has certainly enjoyed a lot of success on TV with his hit shows True Blood and Big Little Lies, the latter even bagging him an Emmy. But he's surprisingly struggled to establish himself as a marquee presence in movies. His big blockbuster swing, The Legend of Tarzan, was a dud in every way that mattered, and since then his movie roles have largely been of the supporting variety. But that's all set to change with his next film, The Northmen, from acclaimed filmmaker Robert Eggers. A brutal, visually stunning historical epic, The Northmen casts Skarsgård in the role of Viking warrior prince Amleth, who seeks vengeance for his father's murder. It goes without saying that Skarsgård's striking looks and impeccable physique make him absolutely perfect for this part. And considering that Eggers' last film saw him direct both Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson to career-best performances, there's no reason he won't do the same for Skarsgård. Number 7. Seth Rogen in The Fablemans. Seth Rogen has certainly proven in recent years that he's far more than the stoner chucklehead he's played so many times in broad comedy films. From 50-50 to Steve Jobs, Rogen has proven himself a skilled and empathetic dramatic performer, but his next film will take his serious acting work to a whole other level. Rogen will next appear in Steven Spielberg's new film The Fablemans, a coming-of-age drama based on the filmmaker's own early life growing up in Arizona. Spielberg's keeping the specifics vague for now, but we know that Rogen will be playing protagonist Sammy's favourite uncle, and who many are speculating may foster young Sammy's own interest in filmmaking. While we don't yet know exactly how big Rogen's role in the film will be, it's entirely possible Spielberg ends up directing him to a Best Supporting Actor nomination at the very least, if not a win. Given Spielberg's obvious expertise at working with actors and getting the best out of them, it wouldn't be remotely surprising if Rogen scored the best reviews of his career for this role. Number 6. Jessie Buckley in Men. Jessie Buckley's ascent to acting stardom has been nothing short of meteoric, defined by masterful performances in the likes of Beast, Wild Rose, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and The Lost Daughter, the latter even scooping her a Best Supporting Actress Oscar nomination. But Buckley's next film presents a unique acting opportunity as she takes her first step into the horror genre with Men. Buckley plays Harper, a recently bereaved woman who finds herself terrorized by a masculine presence while on a solo vacation in the English countryside. Better yet, Men is being directed by Alex Garland, whose prior genre films Ex Machina and Annihilation teased out phenomenal performances from Alicia Vikander and Natalie Portman. The teaser trailer doesn't give much away. It is an A24 trailer after all, but nevertheless confirms Men will be a richly atmospheric canvas on which Buckley can adventurously flex her acting chops. The Academy is famously prejudiced against nominating performances in horror films, but Men may well allow Buckley to take her acting to an intense, volcanic place like we've never seen before. Number 5. Daniel Radcliffe in Weird, the Al Yankovic story. You have to hand it to Daniel Radcliffe. His post-Harry Potter career has been infinitely bolder and more interesting than anyone could have ever expected. The next natural step then is of course for Radcliffe to portray Weird Al Yankovic of all people, for the aptly titled biopic Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Though it's absolutely fair to say that Radcliffe doesn't bear much of a natural physical resemblance to the legendary parody musician, it's clear that Weird isn't going to be taking itself too seriously. Between the fact that the ever self-deprecating Yankovic penned the script himself, and it's being produced by web comedy outfit Funny or Die, expect Weird to be an extremely self-aware and, yes, weird biopic that has fun toying with both genre tropes and the audience themselves. The first official image of Radcliffe in full Weird Al regalia certainly makes him look the part, and if he pulls it off, this could very well ensure that audiences never see the Potter star quite the same way ever again. Number 4. Florence Pugh in Don't Worry Darling. Few actresses in recent years have enjoyed a stratospheric rise to fame like Florence Pugh, who came to prominence through her superb performances in Lady Macbeth, Fighting with My Family, Midsummer and Little Women, with the latter netting her a Best Supporting Actress Oscar nod. Pugh has a ton of exciting irons in the fire right now, including a role in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer and a rumoured part in Dune Part 2, though she's next set to star in one of 2022's most promising and enigmatic projects. Don't Worry Darling is the sophomore feature from Olivia Wilde, a psychological thriller starring Pugh as unhappy 1950s housewife Alice, who comes to learn that her husband Jack harbours a disturbing secret. Wilde and Warner Brothers shot the film in considerable secrecy and are remaining tight-lipped as its September release date approaches. But word on the street is that the script takes some majorly ambitious genre-hopping swings. As such, it's easy to appreciate that it might afford Pugh the most adventurous and freewheeling role of her career to date, in turn cementing her commanding screen presence. If the film's good enough, a Best Actress Oscar nod could even be on the cards. Number 3. Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Brendan Fraser was one of the most bankable movie stars at the turn of the millennium, courtesy of the Mummy franchise. Yet for most of his career, his cinematic output has received fairly middling responses from critics. But in recent years, Fraser has enjoyed something of a career renaissance, with stints on hit TV shows The Affair, Trust and Doom Patrol, and also a well-received supporting performance in Steven Soderbergh's No Sudden Move. But Fraser is imminently due to deliver his first major starring movie role in well over a decade, as last year he shot the lead role in Darren Aronofsky's new psychological drama The Whale. Adapted from Samuel D. Hunter's acclaimed play by Hunter himself, The Whale stars Fraser as Charlie, a 600-pound man slowly eating himself to death, who makes one last attempt to reconnect with his unhappy teenage daughter Ellie. Fraser reportedly donned extensive makeup and prosthetics to portray the morbidly obese Charlie, and given Aronofsky's track record for wringing incredible performances out of his lead actors, this could be the film that cements Fraser's comeback in a major way. Number 2. Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer. Murphy is a terrifically talented actor with a number of memorable roles to his name. Jim in 28 Days Later, Scarecrow in the Dark Knight saga, and Emmett in A Quiet Place Part 2 to name just a few. Murphy is also one of Christopher Nolan's most common collaborators, having appeared in all 3 Dark Knight movies as well as Inception and Dunkirk. But Murphy's next team up with Nolan just might be their most potent to date, as Murphy will play the lead role in Oppenheimer, Nolan's biopic of American theoretical physicist and father of the atomic bomb, J. Robert Oppenheimer. Though Oppenheimer is clearly going to be less spectacular than most of Nolan's prior movies, it shouldn't leave audiences wanting for potent drama. Number 1. Margot Robbie in Babylon. Margot Robbie is another actress who has risen phenomenally far in just a short number of years, securing herself 2 Oscar nominations in the process. But Robbie will be gunning for the Best Actress Oscar outright with her role in Damien Chazelle's new period drama Babylon. Little is known about narrative specifics beyond it being set in the late 1920s Hollywood as the industry shifts from silent films to talkies. But given that Robbie will be playing real-life movie starlet Clara Bow, largely regarded as Hollywood's first it girl, the potential speaks for itself. Chazelle is a phenomenally talented director who originally sought out Emma Stone for the part before scheduling conflicts forced her to drop out, and so there's little doubt that Robbie will play a leading role amid the film's massive ensemble cast. The Academy loves throwing Oscars at films about classic Hollywood, but Chazelle's filmmaking chops suggest this will also be far more than mere awards bait, and could in turn give Robbie the meatiest role of her career so far. And that concludes our list. If you can think of any other actors whose next movie might be their best, then do let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe and tap that notification bell. Also, head over to Twitter and follow us there, and I can be found across various social medias just by searching Ellie Littlechild. I've been Ellie with What Culture. I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon.